Find her in Fort Worth, knee-deep in red dirt. Come drought or come rain, or somewhere in Dallas, stuck in an office, dreaming of a ride in the rain. True as a fence line, warm as the sunshine, so honest it hurts. She's real and she's risky, good sipping rye whiskey, stiff shot of hard work. Only a cowgirl, be that wild and free. She's a strawberry sunset, prettiest I've ever seen. I've two-stepped around this old world a time or three. It's hard to be slow dance in the kitchen, the only cowgirl for me. When the bright lights they go down on the rodeo crowd, the spotlight's on the two of us. She's a wild Mustang running, man, when she's loving. She loves me tender and tough. She's a strawberry sunset, prettiest I've ever seen. I've two-stepped around this old world time or three. It's hard to be slow dance in the kitchen, cowgirl for me. She's one in a million, the only cowgirl for me. Yeah, that's my cowgirl.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Having Bronx and Bulls for breakfast, like a shot of straight black coffee. Cowgirls and cowboys loaded up and chasing the money all across the heartland, from Alberta to Texas. Bright lights and grandstands, the excitement of cowboy Christmas. It's a must-win if you want to stay in. It's guts and glory that keeps you going. Ride one, rope one, get the time, make a run back behind the wheel, and then you get going. Every ride's a gamble where you pay to play. Man against beast, the hunger to compete in a world of dirt and blood and leather. Rain, hail, or sunny or weather. Taking rides you wanna forget, and rides you wanna remember. Two hearts, three drums, fastest horse on four legs. Hold on tight, grip the rope, go for broke or you'll be broke. It's pedal to the metal, it's a luck of the draw. Flags flying, crowd cheering, tip your hat when you win it all. Ride one, rope one, get the time, make a run back behind the wheel, and then you get going. Every ride's a gamble where you pay to play. Man against beast, a hunger to compete in a world of dirt and blood and leather. Rain, hail, sunny or weather. Taking rides you wanna forget, rides you wanna remember. Flat out like a lizard drinking, it's a hell of a way to make a living. Ride one, rope one, get the time, make a run back behind the wheel, and then you get going. Every ride's a gamble where you pay to play. Man against beast, the hunger to compete in a world of dirt and blood and leather. Rain, hail, or sunny or weather. Taking rides you wanna forget, and rides you wanna remember. Taking rides you wanna forget, rides you wanna remember. Rides you wanna remember. Rides you wanna remember.
He is making his radio debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show's Triple Play Thursday. His name is Larry Cann, C-A-N-N, and he can sing, can he, ladies and gentlemen? That is called Rides You Want to Remember, and before that, Only a Cowgirl. We'll have one more from Larry Cann and Cameron Kuzak. This is a great duet for the third song in his Triple Play. That's coming up in just a moment. Welcome to the Tim Kelly Show's Triple Play Thursday, live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world, and I've got a great live show for you tonight. Every artist on the program tonight gets three songs in a row played all show long, and tonight I pulled a couple of great radio interviews from the Tim Kelly Show interview archives that I did back in April. Brian Pataluna is going to join us in hour number one, and then my good friend Taylor Hughes is going to join us in hour number two. So you're going to get to hear the stories behind their songs, and of course lots of great country music on the radio tonight. I want to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the other stations that replay this program. Great stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, down-to-road-radio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, Tailgate Country Radio in Canada, Radio 94.3 in Sweden. We've got Soundwave1Radio.com, Hot and Funky Radio, and KDubRadio.com TimKellyShow.com as well. And of course, you can catch the Tim Kelly Show on all the major streaming services like iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever you stream music, Apple Podcasts. Just Google search the Tim Kelly Show. I went 15 pages deep in Google here a while back, and I'm on lots of formats, and you're not missing a thing. If you missed the live show, everything goes over there as a replay, so you can listen over and over again. Larry Cann and Cameron Kuzak, the third one in his triple play, is a great duet called I'm Craving Country. I thought you might be. That's why I'm doing this show on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Punching the clock on another day of deadlines. Coffee calls with more work piling on. The city's too damn busy. I just need an escape. Less busy's calling me to another landscape. The city life moves way too fast with everybody trying to go their way. Don't know how much I can stand on this concrete every day. I need to see more stars at night, less billboards and those neon lights. I know just where I need to be. Yeah. 'Cause I'm craving country. Yes, I am. What you think, Larry?
Close my eyes to another place of freedom, where mountains and trees reach way up beyond the sky. Need some room to move and some cleaner air to breathe, and a sweet cowgirl who wants to spend her whole life with me. City life moves way too fast with everybody trying to go their way. Don't know how much I can stand all this concrete every day. I need to see more stars at night and less billboards and those neon lights. I know just where I need to be. I'm craving country.
Need to see more stars at night,
Less billboards and those neon lights.
I know just where I need to be.
I'm craving country.
I'm craving country.
We're craving country. Well, Cam, what do you think?
Oh, what you thinking, Larry?
Should we load up the rods?
Think that's about right.
Let's get off this lane and head on down a dirt road.
Got that all too, Larry.
Let's go drown a worm.
Let's see some beer.
I think it's time for some fishing. See you soon, world.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
All your little games you were making me play. All the crazy things you were making me say. I was your puppet under your spell. Didn't know better, didn't know myself. You were holding the strings, I couldn't get away. Now I'm breaking the barricades, showing you I'm not afraid. No, you can't hold me back. Everything much better here without you. I don't wanna be part of your reality show. Now I'm breaking the barricades on you. I'm not afraid, no, it can't hold me back. Everything you do to me ain't gone through to me when you try to make me crack. Each time you tear me down, I'm only coming back up, yeah, 10 times stronger. I'm breaking the barricades on you. I'm not afraid, no, they can't hold me back now. Can't hold me back now. Can't hold me back. You told me I needed you. I thought it was the truth. Every word you said. Oh, that was the last time I fought for your lies. Ever again. Yeah. I'm breaking the barricades on you. I'm not afraid, no, you can't hold me back. Everything you do to me ain't gone through to me when you try to make me cry. Each time you tear me down, I'm only coming back up, yeah, 10 times stronger. I'm breaking the barricades on you. I'm not afraid, no, you can't hold me back. Can't hold me back. Can't hold me back now. Can't hold me back. I'm breaking the barricades on you. I'm not afraid, no, you can't hold me back. I'm breaking the barricades on you. I'm not afraid, no, you can't hold me back now.
Song number 2.
Let's drink a clock. The band is ready to rock. Let's drink the clock. Time to hit the floor and walk that walk, yeah. Sitting at my desk, daydreaming about the weekend. Looking at my phone, can't wait for this shift to end. Scrolling on Instagram, wondering what to wear out. I let loose at the bar, it's all I can think about. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock. Let's see what moves you've got. It's 3 o'clock. Time to hit the floor and dance all night. I'm making my way to the front of the stage. I put my hands up in the air like I just don't care. Yeah, I worked hard all week. I'm gonna spend all that money. I'll make
radio debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show's Triple Play Thursday. Her name is Francelle. That is Francelle. That is it. Go check her out. Give her a like on Facebook and a follow. Tell her I sent you. And that is a great song that make you want to get up and dance, isn't it? Called Drink O'Clock. And then before that, another great tune called Breaking the Barcode. I have actually broke the barcode before, but that's what they get for letting me use the self-checkout at Walmart. You know what I mean? Let Time Go By is the third one in the triple play for Francelle, and then Brian Pataluna is going to join us in a great radio interview right after that on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
When you feel like nothing's going right, you feel blinded by the light. You just don't feel up for it or for the fight. You gotta find your way from black to white. You gotta let time go by. Stop asking why. You gotta let your feelings fly. You gotta let time go by. Trapped in the eye of a tornado. Your world keeps spinning out of control. You gotta hold on tight and wait till tomorrow, until the storm fades into a rainbow. You gotta let time go by. Stop asking why. You gotta let your feelings fly. You gotta let time go by. You gotta let time go by. Let it go by. Let your eyes run dry. You gotta let go and try. You gotta let time go by. Let time go by. Stop asking why. You gotta let your feelings fly. You gotta let time go by. You gotta let time go by.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Triple Play Thursday, and that means every artist on the show gets 3 songs in a row played. And we're not only going to play 3 from this next gentleman, but we're going to get to hear the stories behind them. We'd like to welcome Brian Pataluna to the show. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today, Tim?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for doing this program. I appreciate it. I've been playing your music for a little bit, and you've got some really good ones.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're
Appreciate it.
welcome. And we're going to get to hear the stories behind them, too. That's really a treat, and that's why I like doing these interviews. But you found me a month or two ago, and I'm sure glad you did. I don't know how you found me, but I'm glad you did.
Yeah, me too. I think I found you on Facebook. I'm always joining different groups and looking around for different support groups for musicians and indie artists, and those of us who are trying to grow our music and our brand. And I ran across you, and I saw that you were looking for new up and coming indie artists, and I reached out and said, hey, I'm interested, and I didn't expect to hear back from you, but within minutes, I think you hit me back, and I was like, "Oh wow, this is cool." So, and here we are. You know, I know you and I've talked several times since then, and back and forth, and I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you playing my songs. And,
You're welcome.
This is super cool to get to know you and have the support.
Same here, brother. And I don't mess around when it comes to new music. I do this show tomorrow night called New Music Friday, and I want to put it out there first before anybody else gets their hands on it and puts it out to radio, because if I can say new country's best, that's our tagline behind a song, and I can definitely say it behind your songs, then I want to be one of the first ones to put it out to radio, and you're getting out on 11 radio stations around the world today.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. I appreciate that.
It's a lot of fun, you know, and country music is universal, and, you know, we've known that for a long time. They love it in these other countries. We're on Sweden, we're in Germany, we're in Ireland, you know, Texas. We got some local here to the United States, Denver, Colorado, been on that station at KUHS Denver for years. Bourbon Trail Radio, I've seen you're going to do a takeover on that station. I'm on there, too.
Oh, awesome. Yes, I am. Coming up in next week.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of great music in Kentucky, and that's kind of your area, isn't it?
Yeah. I live in central Kentucky, a little bit south of Louisville, and a lot of great music in this area. A lot of country, pop, rock, you name it, and a lot of good artists and talents. A lot of good stuff.
Yeah, we were talking about one of them, my buddy Stick Tight Akins. You guys know each other, and I've interviewed him 3 or 4 times on this program. It's always fun talking to him, and every time he comes out with a new song, I'm like, let's get it on the radio, because I know it's going to be good, and I already know that about your songs too, the ones that we have. I'm looking forward to anything that you come out with brand new.
Thank you. Well, you'll hear them first, I promise.
There, that's awesome. We're going to play 3 great ones tonight for your triple play. We'll talk about those in just a little bit. But what started you in the world of country music? Was it an artist that you used to listen to on the radio, or what that influenced you that made you want to do it?
Yeah, well, you know, I actually started off in rock and roll, and I used to do all that, more of the heavier stuff. But as I got into the 90s, I kind of got introduced to more of that country music at the time, and I got into a band, and they played the Tim McGraw's, John Michael Montgomery's, Garth Brooks, and it was really when I was first introduced to it, and I kind of started listening to it because I had to learn it. And but as I started listening to the deeper catalogs of these artists, it stuck with me, and I kind of really started loving the stories behind it, and the music and the melody. And I became a big George Strait fan, and started seeing him in concert. And I just totally pivoted toward. Now, I still listen to everything. Don't get me wrong. I like all music. I don't care what it is, and I'll listen to classical, just depending on the day and what I'm doing. And but country really just is the stories, and I like to write, and I love to write a good story. And it just seems like with the country music, I was able to put what's in my head to music creatively easier with country than it was any other genre. So and I just to this day I just love country music, and I just decided this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm going to do, and it's so far it's working out great for me. Yeah,
it sure is. I'll tell you what, I love that as well, and I love hearing the stories like you just told, because I've said this on the radio. George Strait, 60 number 1 hits. I don't know that that'll ever be repeated, but if you want to kill 3 or 4 hours, just put his number 1s on. There's 60 songs there, and I've said this, if I was going to play him in a show, I couldn't complete that in a 3-hour show. I'd have to go a little bit longer just doing his number 1s.
Right, yeah. thing to have, right? I mean, yeah.
Good problem to have, and lucky you. I'm jealous now. You've got to see him in live concert, man. I never have got to see him perform live, but that is definitely got to be a great one.
Oh yeah, I've seen him a couple times, and seen him outside in a stadium tour, and seen him inside in the Yum Center here in Louisville, and he was just like every song's like you said, every song I knew, and it's just like, oh my gosh, you know, it's just hit after hit after hit after hit, and it's just 2 hours of awesomeness.
That is how it is on this 3-hour program. When I push play on a song, I'm looking forward to the next one because I know it's going to be even better, and that's kind of the way I work it, you know, and I get so much good music that I can do that too, and it's music that folks have never heard before, but they're like, wow, who is this, you know, and I've got all these chat rooms going on as we're live on the air and everything, and people have their favorites, you know, and of these independent artists, and I love that because you guys are the next big stars in the world of country music.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we hope, right? We're
You
trying.
hope. That's the goal, isn't it? And I don't know if it's your goal or not, but it's the goal of many artists. They're celebrating their 100th year this year, and that is at the Grand Ole Opry. And to stand in that half circle, that's got to be on your bucket list.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's every country music singer's dreams to be up there and have a chance to play a song that you wrote, and yeah.
Yeah. So we're trying to do that for the city of Branson. You know, they have a lot of history in this town. It's called the live show capital of the world. It's folks like Mickey Gilley, Glenn Campbell, Mel Tillis, that were all here and had theaters here, Ray Price, Roy Clark. The list is probably even longer than that. And I want to bring original music to Branson because it's unfortunately became a tribute show town and kind of just a lot of cover songs here by the artists that we've already mentioned and talked about today. So you guys are the next stars in country music, and let's bring you to Branson and let you perform at what we're going to call the Branson Opry. How about that?
Absolutely. Love to do it. You just tell me the time and place, and I'll be there.
You got it. Probably won't happen this year. There's going to be a lot of work involved in making that happen, but we're going to see if we can't pull it off. And I'd love to definitely meet you in person. And, boy, that's a pleasure that I get to have is when I get to meet you guys that I visited with on the radio after doing this for be 13 years completed with this show in May. And finally get to meet in person. Boy, that's a treat for me.
Oh, likewise. Can't wait to meet you as well.
Be a lot of fun. So tell us, away from music, are you a married man? Do you have children? Are any of them musically inclined or what?
Yes, I'm married 20 years.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I have 3 daughters. 2 are in high school and 1's in elementary school. And my oldest and my youngest are into sports, and my middle one is musical. She kind of takes after me, and she's a very good pianist, and she's picking around the guitar a little bit and does the bell choir in church. So she's very musical inclined.
That is awesome.
Which is great.
There is so much talent out there. It just amazes me. And young talent. I just interviewed here not too long ago 3 young sisters that make up the Bennett Hall Band. They're 17, 15, and 12 is the youngest one. And just such great harmonies when they sing. And they're just fantastic, man. And I'm sure yours is pretty talented as well.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome to see your kids that kind of do something that you love to do, and support it too. You know, even though the other 2 are more they're sports and not music, they still love to come out and watch you play and still support me, and that's just awesome to have that. You
know, I've said that for years. There's nothing better than that too, when your family supports you and they come to your live shows and everything. And you know, and I've even heard artists tell me that their wife or significant other told them, you need to write these songs, you need to start performing, you need to do this, and really pushing their careers. And I've seen it especially in the young folks, man. Mom and dad back them 150% if they see that talent.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's, like I said, it's nice to have that, the support of my immediate family and my extended family, and they all come out and support me, and this is great. You know, they don't expect anything. They don't. They just come out and do their thing and listen. And again, it's just awesome. So
that is awesome. Let's take a trip back in time. At what point did Brian Pataluna start singing and realize that you had a voice that people needed to hear in the world of music?
Oh my gosh! I started playing guitar in church second grade, so I was the shy one growing up and never really wanted to sing, and actually I became a drummer, and I spent probably 20 years a drummer. Took lessons, and I think I did it because I could hide, right? I could hide in the back.
Yeah.
And nobody ever saw the drummer back there, and eventually I kind of got out of my shell, and once I started writing songs, and people started saying, "Hey, you can sing that song. You sound pretty good. Why don't you take the lead on it?" And I was like, I don't know, right? And a little difficult to sing and play drums, so I went back to the guitar, and I just kind of threw myself out there and scared to death, and just did it, right? And I took some vocal lessons along the way, and but most of it's natural. I can't read music, but I can play the drums, the guitar, the bass guitar, and a little piano, and then I have a pretty good pitch. But again, it's just all by ear, and and once I kind of branched out and got on my own and started doing the solo shows, it just became natural, and now it doesn't even bother me to go up there and sing in front of folks. I just love it, and I just love to entertain and put a smile on their faces, and hopefully make their day and make their evening.
That is awesome. That is such a neat story right there, man. I'm glad I asked that question because drummers, they're a different breed, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So let me ask you this question now. Since you write your own material, are you more lyric based, or do you say, "Hey, that's got a good beat. I got to hear the lick first, or the three chords or whatever it is, and get the beat down before I put the music to it," or how do you do it?
I start with a title. I listen to people. I have a lot of friends who throw me titles and ideas, and I say, I just need a title, and I take the title, and I create it in my head. Should this be a ballad? Should this be a mid-range song? Should this be a fast song? A honky-tonk? I don't know, whatever. Yeah. And then I usually just then I write the words down according to the tempo of the song, and usually the music part is last. Usually I'll have the words down and then an idea of where I want the song to go, and then I'll write the music last. But it always starts with just a title. I could be out somewhere hanging out with some friends, and somebody could say something, and I was like, you know what, that'd be a cool song. And I'll jot it down on my phone or something just so I don't forget the name of it, and maybe the next day or maybe the next month I'll come back to it and see what I can get out of the title. And I see sometimes something comes together quickly, sometimes it doesn't come together at all. Sometimes I get halfway through it and put it aside and come back to it a few months later, and you get a little more inspiration that I maybe didn't have, and I finish it. So it just depends. I'm all over the place.
So just a rough estimate, how many songs you think you got on the back burner that are just out there in the wind, maybe ready to be recorded, or do you need to finish?
Oh my gosh, well over 100.
Isn't that something?
Well, now, I'm not saying that all of them are worthy of being recorded. A lot of them, I go back and I look at it, and sometimes I set them aside, and I'll just let them simmer there for a few months, and then I'll go back to it and I'll look at it. And sometimes I'm like, okay, yeah, I got something that I can do with this song. And the other times I look at it, I'm like, you know what, this song is not very good. Let me just toss it in the garbage can and move on to something else. So, so it different. Right now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are in pre-production or being cut over the next few weeks. Yeah. My goal is not to do it as fast as I can. My goal is just to put out quality songs as I get them done, as I feel comfortable getting them recorded and released. I don't want to rush anything. I just want to make sure that it sounds good to me, and the story's good, and that other people who hear it will enjoy the story. The story makes sense.
Yeah.
We'll get something out of it. Maybe they can relate to it, something going on in their lives, and they can say, "Yeah, that's kind of that story sounds like me," right?
Exactly, and that's the
Meaning
whole
that-
that's the whole purpose of doing it, especially when you're playing at these smaller, more intimate venues. It's so neat when people out there in the crowd are singing along to your songs, your original stuff, and know the words. Isn't that cool?
Oh yeah, there's nothing like it when. There's several times I played an original song and I play it and you see them tap in and afterwards I say, yeah, that's my original song. They say, you wrote that? And I said, it's pretty, and I said, yeah, I did. And I said, you like it? And they're like, yeah, I like it. I said, cool. If you like it, I'll keep it in my bag and we'll play it again next time. So it's neat to do that.
You're going to be doing some recording at a cool recording studio, AOK Studios, and we know of each other, and they are top notch, man. So that's going to be some good stuff.
Yeah, I've actually got 2 songs that they're working on right now. They're going to be working on the music parts to it, help me out with the music side of it, with some fantastic Nashville musicians. And then I am scheduled to head down there April 7th and cut the vocals in the studios down there.
Awesome. You've got a variety of songs that we're going to play tonight, and one of them is a great ballad. It was actually played at your wedding. The third one we're going to do in the triple play called My Perfect Moment. I love a ballad in country music, man. Keep doing those, will you?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed writing that one, and when we got married, I just wanted to do something that was different, right? So instead of having an official wedding song, let me write the official wedding song, and it was fun, and we'll talk about it when we get to the song. But
Sure.
It's got a cool story behind it.
Your first one, Lonesome Grill and Bar. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, that's that's kind of a story of me in my 20s, back in the day when you play in a band and you think you're cooler than you really are, and you live life and you don't really think of the repercussions sometimes of your decisions that you make. And I'm a big George Strait fan, as you said, and this, and I like to write the '90s country type music, so I wanted to write a country song that kind of had that swing type groove to it with the bass, and it's a fun song about dating and not taking. I don't want to say it in a bad way, but just taking your partner for granted and just thinking that
Right.
you know what, I can party and do whatever I want to do, and they'll be okay with it. And until you wake up one day and you find out that you've had enough and they're gone, and you wake up and you're in an empty apartment, and and you're like, oh my gosh, maybe I did grow up a little bit. So. And the whole idea of the song is to be a fun song about, and the Lonesome Grill and Bar is just you go into a bar at night and you're kind of you find out you're alone, your girlfriend's gone, and you just put a couple quarters in the jukebox. I know they don't have jukeboxes anymore, but you kind of just sit there and just say, oh my gosh, what did I do, right? Got your beer in your hand and like, what did I do? I'm stupid.
Yep.
Come on, kick yourself. So, but it's a fun song. I think it came out great. I love the like I said, the melody, and I love the speed of it and the pattern of it, and I always envisioned this is like a closing song for me. This is one, if I was going to have a fun closer, just to kind of walk off the stage. This would be my closing song.
That's awesome. You were a drummer. You only thought of the percussions, not the repercussions, right?
Well, like you said, drummers are a rare breed.
That's
so,
right.
There you go. That's what got me in trouble, being a drummer.
Speaking of jukeboxes, they do have them in some venues. I just interviewed last year Alex Miller. He was a contestant on American Idol, and he got his songs on the jukeboxes in the Texas Roadhouse restaurants all around the country. So they do have them in there.
Wow, that's awesome.
We'll see if we can't pitch them to Texas Roadhouse or something. You never know, my man.
There you go.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Well,
Great.
we're going to come back and talk about another great song of yours called Hillbilly Heaven, and we're going to play Lonesome Grill and Bar right now, though, from Brian Pataluna on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Triple Play Thursday.
I'm that guy who thought he knew it all when it came to love. Why waste my money on flowers when I need a new golf club? She kept saying she was gonna leave me if I didn't grow up and change. I'd said whatever, just please move out of the way so I can see the game. I passed out on the couch one night, partied way too long. I woke up to an empty room, all her things were gone. Then it hit me like a brick, all her threats came true. The note said she just can't take anymore. I guess that means we're through. Sometimes I wonder if you're leaning on some jukebox playing our favorite song. If you're thinking about the times that we got crazy all night long. No matter where you are tonight, should it be near or far, greetings from the Lonesome Grill and Bar. I thought about calling her cell phone to tell her I'm glad I'm free. I thought I don't need her anyhow, she wasn't good enough for me. Then I looked down at the bottle, realized I'm all alone. How did I end up losing her? Oh, where did I go wrong? Sometimes I wonder if you're leaning on some jukebox playing our favorite song. If you're thinking about the times that we got crazy all night long. No matter where you are tonight, should it be near or far, greetings from the Lonesome Grill and Bar. Sometimes I wonder if you're leaning on some jukebox playing our favorite song. If you're thinking about the times that we got crazy all night long. No matter where you are tonight, should it be near or far, greetings from the Lonesome Grill and Bar.
His name is Brian Pataluna. That is called Lonesome Grill and Bar, and what a great job on that one. You're going to hear two more from him that are just as good, and man, that's a great song. Well done, my friend.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You are welcome. I want to talk about the next song. It is called Hillbilly Heaven. We had a artist that recorded something similar to that, and Stick Tight Aikens, the guy we were talking about that you know from Kentucky and that I know real well, has a song called Hillbilly Hollywood. Well, that song title was pitched to the great Carrie Underwood shortly after she won American Idol. She turned down Hillbilly Hollywood, and another artist by the name of Lindsay Aaron that I've known for probably 10, 12 years recorded that song and had a big success with it. So
Awesome.
you just never know, huh?
You just never know.
You know, and as a songwriter, you may have an artist that, you know, maybe wants to take on one of your songs. And boy, if that happens and they take it to the top, that wouldn't be a bad deal either as a songwriter, huh?
No, actually, I write with other artists in mind. So when I create a song, it's not necessarily for me to sing. I'm not. I want other artists to pick up my song and to hear my song and to record my song, and that's why I have so many that I write, and that's always my end goal. And whenever I write a song, I usually have I think this Tim McGraw would sound great singing this, or Keith Urban would sound great singing this, and
Right.
and that's why I pitch them and we see what happens, and who knows, maybe one day it'll fall into the right hands and the right person will pick it up and do something with it and make it their own, and
Absolutely.
I'll be fine with that.
We talked about the great George Strait and his 60 #1 hits. He wasn't really big on being a songwriter, but he could sure put his vocals to somebody else's music. So Dean Dillon wrote a lot of his stuff, and now he's in the Country Music Hall of Fame because of it.
Absolutely, yeah. Some of your best songs were written by songwriters who were kind of in the shadows, and you get these great musicians who just know how to. They know a hit when they hear it.
Yep.
And we got thousands of songs to choose from, and if you're lucky enough to be chosen, that's great. That's awesome.
Boy, isn't that the truth? And we just throw out names, and we can, a song comes to mind instantly. Just that title of that song that is our favorite. Like if I say Charlie Rich, it's Behind Closed Doors. Just like that, or Ronnie Millsap at Smoky Mountain Rain. It's just crazy, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. That's like I said, that's what it's about, and that's why, like I mentioned earlier, I like to come up with creative song titles, and a song title will stick, and that way, if one ever does become popular, it hits, then they would say, "Oh yeah, that's a creative title," and I know that Brian Pataluna wrote that song.
There you go.
That's kind of
Hillbilly Heaven. I love this one. Tell us about Hillbilly Heaven.
Hillbilly Heaven is a song about my hometown, Bardstown, Kentucky, and me playing in the circuit there, in the local band circuit back in the 90s, before cell phones and Snapchat and Facebook and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And back in the days where the bars are a little bit wilder, you can jump on the tables and the chairs, and you can raise a little heck in the bars, and you wouldn't find yourself on social media the next morning.
Yeah.
It's just I was thinking back one day of all the fun I had when life was simpler back then, and just all the wild times and the fun times, and just hanging out, and just it's just a song about a honky tonk bar and people having a good old time and just partying and just having fun and disconnecting from everyday life challenges and just having fun. And actually, Hillbilly Heaven was the name of an event space that was in Bardstown, and I think it's a distillery now, a bourbon distillery now. But that's the name that stuck with me. And and again, the story behind it is just my experiences living in Bardstown and playing in Bardstown, the surrounding areas back in the 90s.
That is awesome. I talked to another artist, and we said something similar to what you're talking about in the 90s, before all this social media and Snapchat and everything. When you went to a concert back then, it went right into your memory bank, because you couldn't pull out your phone and video it or take pictures or all of that. So when you go see George Strait or whoever that was back then that was making it big in the 90s, Garth was coming out then, and Toby Keith and all those folks, it went right into your memory banks, and that's where it stayed. And boy, those are the good ones right there, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I went to see Sawyer Brown last Friday night, and in Southern Kentucky, and I couldn't believe how many people had their phones out and they were videotaping the concert. I was like, how do you enjoy a concert when you're looking at it on the phone? I don't know, but It was definitely different time back then, and you're right. You paid more attention to the music and the songs and the artists on the stage, and it went into your memory bank.
Yeah, absolutely. And people go to shows to see if you sound in a live performance just like you do on the radio, don't they? And that's what they're listening for. And boy, if you can pull that off, you got them, huh?
Absolutely, yeah. One thing, and I'm the same way. You know, you go to a concert, you don't want to hear somebody do a totally revamped version of a song that they've grown to know off of a record or off of the radio. You wanna, if you hear the song on the radio, you kind of want to hear the same thing when you see them live, and I try to do that myself. And in my live shows, I try to stay as faithful to the original as possible as I can by myself, and I do, and they deserve that, right? They deserve that, and I think they enjoy it, and it also gives them reason to then I can say, hey, go check my songs out on Facebook, Spotify, Instagram, whatever. And if they go there, they know they're going to hear the exact same version of it.
Absolutely. Well, you're impacting people's lives by doing what you're doing, my friend. Keep doing that. And talking about impacting people's lives, the third song is a ballad that you wrote for your wife at your wedding. I know that's made a lasting impact for the last 20 years, but boy, if you write a wedding song that somebody else has played at their wedding, they never forget that, do they?
No, yeah, that's like I said, that's just something I don't know why I thought about doing it. It's just something I wanted to do, and I was in creative writing mode at the time, and the story of how we met and kind of took the song took me from point A to point B, and I really enjoyed it, and this story is true. It's 100% true, and actually there's two different versions of that song. I wrote that song several years ago for our wedding, and sang it to her, and then recently I went back and revisited it again and took the same lyrics and decided to kind of modernize the music a little bit with using today's technology and make it more of a 2025 version of the song. So it changed a little bit, not too much, but it's still the story's the same and the meaning's the same, and again, it's always fun to say that, hey, this is this is a song I wrote for my wedding and sang it at my wedding, and we'll always have that. That
is awesome. My perfect moment was when Brian Pataluna reached out to me to be a guest on this program. It has been a pleasure having you on the program, my friend.
Thank you so much. Likewise. Thanks for your time today.
You are welcome. Where can folks find you on social media if they want to check out more of your great music and go see you in a live show?
Yeah, absolutely. You can check me out on Facebook, and I'm also on I have a website. It's www.brianpataluna.com, and I list all my shows on there, and I have my lyric videos of my songs on there, and I got blogs of what's going on and what's coming up, and a lot of cool stuff. So please check me out on my website and Facebook. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram and SoundCloud. I'm trying to get as far outreach as I can.
That is awesome, man. We're going to help you out with that for doing this interview. We're going to post it all over our social media as well, and folks can go back and listen to it on my website in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives on KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. It has been a pleasure having you, and come back again when you come out with something new that you want to promote. I'd love to talk to you again.
Absolutely, Tim. Anytime.
You are welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
You bet. This is called Hillbilly Heaven, and then the top of the next hour is going to kick off with My Perfect Moment from Brian Pataluna on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Triple Play Thursday.
There's this little dive at the end of the road that every Friday night we call home. It don't have much class, don't have much style, but by 9 the place is plumb bug wild. Some people think we're crazy, out of our minds. We're just having us a good old country time. There's chicken wire in front of the stage, folks line dancing to the latest craze. Bounce from the stands at about 6'4", cigarette butts all over the floor. We're all here to forget the day and leave our worries behind. We like the cheap beer and we love the women. Welcome y'all to hillbilly heaven. The room's getting smoky, the music's getting louder. The band's been playing the past 3 hours. Big Jim throws a five up on the stage floor. Let's play that Freebird song once more. Bubba's in the corner, picking a fight. Just another good time, honky-tonk night. There's chicken wire in front of the stage. Folks line dancing to the latest craze. A bouncer who stands about 6'4". Cigarette butts all over the floor. We're all here to forget the day and leave our worries behind. We like the cheap beer and we love the women. Welcome y'all to hillbilly heaven. Hillbilly heaven. Hillbilly heaven. Well, there's chicken wire in front of the stage. Folks line dancing to the latest craze. A bouncer who stands about 6'4". Cigarette butts all over the floor. We're all here to forget the day and leave our worries behind. We like the cheap beer and we love the women. Welcome y'all to hillbilly heaven. Yeah, we like the cheap beer and we love the women. Welcome y'all to hillbilly heaven. Hillbilly heaven. All right. Hillbilly heaven. Y'all come down. Hillbilly heaven. Hillbilly heaven. That's right.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
One Friday night with nothing to do, my buddy called me up, said let's go drink a few. So we headed on out and hit this local bar. Was in the corner checking out the scene. That's when it happened, you walked by me. At that moment my life would change for good. I thought she could be the one. You are my perfect moment, that one you always dream of. Oh, I can't believe that it's happened to me. True love has won me over. I can feel it in my soul, girl. I'm so glad that I found you. Started slowly, little notes and gifts. Felt like forever till we first kissed. But it quickly grew into this wonderful thing called love. Sitting here thinking about my life. That sweet girl is now my wife. Was it fate? Was it destiny? I'll take it either way. You are my perfect moment, that one you always dream of. Oh, I can't believe that it's happened to me. True love has won me over. I can feel it in my soul, girl. I'm so glad it fate? Was it destiny? I'll take it either way. You are my perfect moment, that one you always dream of. Oh, I can't believe that it's happened to me. True love has won me over. I can feel it in my soul, girl. I'm so glad that I found you. True love has won me over. I can feel it in my soul, girl. I'm so glad that I found you.
His name is Brian Pataluna. That is called My Perfect Moment, and that is a perfect song to play on the radio. He's got some great songs tonight and a great radio interview as well on this Triple Play Thursday. That is a replay from the Tim Kelly Show interview archives, so it is already in there, and you can check that out on the top of my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Since we did that radio interview, Brian Pataluna is also a sponsor of the Tim Kelly Show, and so go to my sponsors tab on the website and you can check out all of the logos, and Brian's got a really cool one too. Got some guitar strings in there and everything, and some cool fonts. But click on Brian Pataluna's logo and it'll take you right to his website. You can find out his live show schedule and go see him in a live show. He is fantastic, and he's also on the board of advisors for the Branson Opry that we are putting together as we speak. Well, we are in Branson right now as I speak, and the live show capital of the world, live on this Thursday night. Everybody on the program is getting played 3 songs in a row. That's how we do it on Triple Play Thursday. And at the bottom half of this next hour, I've got another great radio interview. My good friend Taylor Hughes, who I met back in 2023, September the 30th, when I got to host Freedom Jam USA, is going to be on the program tonight as well. You're going to hear her stories behind the songs, and she's got some great music as well. Well, I'll tell you what, age is just a number. I play artists that are young. I play artists that, are a little bit older. Music is music, and great country music needs to be on the radio. This next gentleman was on my show a little while ago, back on April the 4th, I do believe. Michael Schott is 13 years young. He's from North Carolina, and he's got a brand new single out to radio. We're going to play it for his third one, but I love this first one. It is called Don't Let the Song Hit Ya on the Way Out the Door from Michael Schott on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Boy, you man has always been the same. Singing my songs, trying to make a name. And you, young lady, wanted a hitch to the ride. But if you're only for the money, then I'm gonna have to wait goodbye. You thought life on the road was all fame and stars, fancy shopping trips and expensive cars. But these honky-tonk bars are left you wanting more. Don't let the song hit you on the way out the door. If you can't be there for the lows, you can't be for the highs. Always act
2.
Somebody was asking me the other day, what kind of music do I like to play? I mentioned Waylon and Willie, and he looked so surprised. He said, what you talking about, Sonny? You're just a child. And I said, well, every night and every day, I got them good old songs I can sing and play. But they don't expect honky-tonk from a little guy. So I'll prove it to them I can do it just fine. Well, they say I'm too young, I ain't old enough to be singing these songs about living so rough. But I'll share my passion, singing stories they've told, playing a young man's sixth string with an old man's soul. Well, I sing about fools in smoky bars, riding the highway in an old fast car. These songs are a passion for me and my band, 'cause I've lived a lifetime with a guitar in my hand. Well, they say I'm too young, I ain't old enough to be singing these songs about living so rough. But I share my passion, singing stories they've told, playing a young man's sixth string with an old man's soul. Well, they say I'm too young, I ain't old enough to be singing these songs about living so rough. But I share my passion, singing stories they've told, playing a young man's sixth string with an old man's soul. I said, a young man's sixth string with an old man's soul. That's it.
That is called Young Man Six String from a talented young man. His name is Michael Schott. That is SCHOTT. Michael Schott Music is his website and Facebook page and all of that good stuff. Go check it out. Give it a like and a follow. Tell him Tim Kelly from the Tim Kelly Show sent you. And that talented young man was a special guest on my show back on April the 4th. That interview you can go back and listen to as well in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives. That tab is at the top of KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. The third single in the triple play for Michael Schott is his brand new one out to radio. It is called Sing Me Home. He can sure do that on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
I just sing me home. I can almost smell my mama's southern cooking, cast iron skillets on the fire. Hear those Sunday church bells ringing, hallelujah sings the choir. Sometimes I get that lonesome feeling, I ain't got the time and it's too far to drive. When I need a dose of down-home healing, all I have to do is close my eyes and I sing that first time. It still burns inside me like an ember when I hear that old steel guitar whine. Sometimes I get that lonesome feeling. I ain't got the time and it's too far to drive. When I need a dose of down-home healing, all I have to do is close my eyes and I sing me home. I just sing, yeah, sing me home. Sometimes I get that lonesome feeling, and I ain't got the time, and it's too far to drive. When I need a dose of down-home healing, all I have to do is close my eyes. I get a little closer with every line. It's where I come from, it's a state of mind. I just sing along. I just sing, yeah, sing me home.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country. More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
Years is a long damn time to stay with someone, pretending it's all fine, but you survive the fires he put you through. The only good were the three little yous. He turned your life upside down, stole their mind with his invisible crown, and you ran away time after time. But his charm deceived your mind. Forgetting love's like an old tattoo, a permanent reminder that you can't undo. Like those kids, your mom and me too. Like an old damn tattoo. Time has a way of bearing the truth. By having faith and trusting in your roots, I knew one day they would find themselves. They come back to you like everyone else.
an old tattoo. It's like a permanent reminder that you can undo. Like those kids, your mom and me too. Like an old day tattoo.
Song number 2.
I can still see her face in that rear view. That night in Tupelo, and punching the gas and never looking back, making dust trails to San Antonio. Now maybe my pride still has the best of me, or her spirit, and just wanted to be free. And just another lonely town, another place to lay my head, not another soul around, just the voices in my head. When forever has an end, why is it hard to start again? In another lonely town, just another lonely town tonight. So I packed my bags and headed back to Tennessee. Oh, to Tennessee. I'm hoping my heart won't forget her, but I couldn't guarantee that it would. Mama told me, girl, you gotta be strong, you gotta move on, but a memory won't let go. And just another lonely town, just a place to lay my head, not another soul around, just the voices in my head. When forever has an end, why is it hard to start again? In another lonely town, it's another lonely town tonight. Sometimes I dream about her, wake up in tears, and I'm reminded that she's gone and I'm living here. Just another lonely town, just a place to lay my head, not another soul around, just the voices in my head. When forever has an end, why is it hard to start again? In another lonely town, it's another lonely town tonight.
Her name is Piper Paisley. Piper Paisley Music, if you want to follow her on Facebook, that is called Another Lonely Town. And you can check out the video to that great song on my TV channel. That is ICTV. That stands for Indie Country Television. That tab is at the top of the homepage of my website at KICR, Before that, another great tune called Tattoo from Piper Paisley. And her and I did a great radio interview last year as well that is also in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives, that tab at the top of the homepage of my website. I got a lot of tabs up there and lots of great entertainment. Well, we got some great entertainment and music-wise on the radio tonight, don't we? Triple Play Thursday. That means every artist on the show gets played 3 times in a row, and I've got another great radio interview coming up after one more song from Piper Paisley. Taylor Hughes is going to be with us on the program tonight. You're going to love hearing the stories behind her songs, and you're going to love hearing the songs as well. The brand new single for Piper Paisley out to radio is called Love and Crown on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
As the sun goes down on this blue jean town, we're gonna slip away without making a sound. I can't wait to call you to see what you wanna do. 'Cause I got a place in mind that we can find out in the country where we can unwind. 'Cause we're holding each other tight tonight. We're not letting go till we see daylight. Staying right here till that moon goes down. We're drowning ourselves in love and crown. Now we may get a little tipsy as we're acting like two rebellious gypsies, but we don't like she doesn't wait. And we know all those rules were made to break. 'Cause we're holding each other tight tonight. We're not letting go till we see daylight. Staying right here till that moon goes down. We're drowning ourselves in love and crown. Sitting here beside you on the back of this tailgate, hiding from reality. Damn, life's hard not to celebrate till Monday rolls around. Oh, time, won't you please slow down? 'Cause we're living right here in love and crown. Now the wheels are rolling, black top smoking. We're drowning ourselves in love and
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Triple Play Thursday, and that means every artist on the show gets 3 songs in a row played. And I'm excited to not only play 3 from this next young lady, but get to hear the story behind them as well. She is my good friend Taylor Hughes from Nashville, Tennessee. How are you, my friend?
I am doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for reaching out to me with your brand new single that we're going to debut tonight for the folks, and I'm excited to play your music, that is for sure.
Absolutely. I'm excited to have it on the radio, and I'm just glad that you liked it enough to play it for your fans.
Yeah, absolutely. I can definitely say New Country's Best behind your music. That's our tagline here. I had the pleasure of meeting you in person. Can you believe it's been about a year and a half ago already? In September of 2023 at Freedom Jam USA over around St. Louis.
It has been. It feels like it's been even longer.
I know. I know.
Time just flies.
It does, and that was such a fun event, and we had a great time hanging out with you. We got to meet Audra McLaughlin from The Voice, Molly Lovett, who I've played for years. She works with Rickshaw Media out of Nashville, and Jesse Keith Whitley, man, Lori Morgan and Keith Whitley's son.
Yeah, it was a star-studded lineup, and it was such a fun event, and it's really cool to be able to, be a part of something that's helping such incredible people.
Yeah. That was such a fun time, and yeah, like you mentioned, helping people. We even paid for our tickets, and I was hosting the thing, but I wanted our money to go to these veterans too, to help them get them off the streets.
Absolutely.
And they build tiny homes in St. Louis area for helping them and the canines with the PTSD issues if they had that. And then I also met Carol from Defenders Gateway, and we hit it off, and we met here in Branson in person, and we did some great things, and now we've got Defenders Gateway on my website, too, to help the veterans. So if you're a veteran or active military person, go download that free app from Defenders Gateway and get those free services they offer. Yep. Thank you for your time tonight, too, Taylor. I appreciate it, man. I'm excited to talk to you again.
Absolutely. I love doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's great to catch up with you.
It is. Thank you so much. And, country music is universal. We're going to put you out to the universe tonight, not only on my radio station in Branson, but you're going to go out to about 11 others around the world.
I love it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Isn't that fun? You have a very powerful voice and a unique voice in the world of country music. You're a native of Lexington, Kentucky, but now you live in Nashville, Tennessee. How long you been there?
I've been here for just a little over 7 years.
7 years. You're well on your way in that 10-year town.
Yeah, someone said that to me the other day, and I was like, yes, but let's hope that maybe it happens before the 10-year mark.
Yeah, absolutely. And it says here that somebody described you as a voice rich as chocolate cake with soul. Man, I gained a few pounds reading that.
Right? Me too.
I love it. And country music's answer to Adele. I love that.
Yeah, that's some pretty big compliments that I not only appreciate, but have to remind myself that I have to live up to.
Yeah. We were talking about knowing some of the same people in Nashville. This young, talented lady by the name of Brooklyn Summer, who I interviewed the first time at 10 years old. I'm sure you're going to tell me kind of a similar story of how early you started singing. What age?
Yeah, well, I started singing probably in preschool, so I was still pretty young, but I didn't really tell anyone this is what I really wanted to do till I was probably about 18 years old. It was a secret dream.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're well on your way. You've been making great music, and it's getting noticed by a lot of other radio stations too. You hit iHeartRadio, I think, back in 2020 with your single "Good Taste."
Yeah, that was my debut song, which is kind of wild to have your first song you ever released hit iHeart, and I was just so thankful that they loved it enough to put it on the radio. And over the years of releasing music, it's really cool to not only have your music played, here in the States on radio, but I've had my music played around the world, and it's really cool to just have fans from all over.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're getting played on iHeartRadio with this program as well. We just give them a big shout out in my opening remarks tonight. So I love being on iHeartRadio because a lot of folks listen to that. And I get music and emails from all over the place. And I wonder, how do these people find me? I don't always get to interview every one of them, but it's always interesting when I do to hear that. And I'm sure glad we connected. Basically, it was a year and a half ago through Freedom Jam when I got to introduce you to that big stage. And man, that was a fun deal.
Those kinds of shows are always a blast. I mean, whenever you can get a bunch of artists together that are just jamming and the fans are all about it, it doesn't get better than that.
Yep, absolutely. And I'm sure you play all over Music City, and you've had a lot of great experiences. And so let's talk about that. Who influenced you as a young person in the world of country music when you started? Maybe it was a female artist or somebody like that you kind of said, hey, I want to do what she's doing.
Yeah, well, it's funny because, I grew up on all kinds of music. Obviously, country was a pretty big one, but we listened to a lot of blues and Southern rock in my house. My dad loved, like Little Feat and I'm trying to think of some other, I can't think of them, but, like Leonard Skinner and things of that nature. And then my mom was, country music, a little bit of R&B. So I have a lot of influence from different genres. And growing up, I've always been a huge Miranda Lambert fan. Huge. But, you've got Reba and you've got Trisha Yearwood and the classics like Loretta and Dolly. But I also really loved Christina Aguilera. She's always just been... She's obviously not country, but she was someone that I just absolutely loved and was like, I want to do what she's doing. And then just as I got older is when I really started to get, drawn to the country scene even more.
Yeah. More up-and-comers, too, here of late. Lainey Wilson, a couple of years ago, won CMA Entertainer of the Year. And then Ashley McBride, she's been tearing it up as well. So that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, they're fantastic.
You were nominated for Female Country Vocalist of the Year and a Fans' Choice Award at the Josie Awards back in 22. And she's been doing this at the Grand Ole Opry the last few years, man. That's a pretty cool gig.
Yeah, it's been really cool to be a part of that community. And I've been very blessed to have nominations the past few years and have won a few, and last year I got to accept one of my awards on the Opry stage, which was a dream, and just so thankful for the Josie Music Awards and what they do for the independent music community.
Doesn't get much better than standing in that half circle, does it?
It is not. That's a dream place to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking at some of the gigs that you have played and people that you've opened with, too. Great artists like Chase Rice, Riley Green, Uncle Cracker, Sam Riggs, Morgan Miles. I have her phone number. I interviewed her way back when she was on The Voice. Yeah. Angelina Presley from the Pistol Annies. You got striking matches, Leah Turner. I love her. And then Alexandra Kay. I think she just got signed to a major label.
She did.
Record deal. Yep. And a couple of years ago, in the summer of 2023, her and my buddy Brandon Davis got to open up for Tim McGraw and tour with him a little bit.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so that is good stuff. And Uncle Cracker. So let me ask you this big question. I ask this of a lot of artists. If you haven't already done it, what is Taylor Hughes' dream gig? An artist that you would like to open for, or somebody you might like to do a duet with live on stage?
Oh, man. I mean, I've always been, like I said, a huge fan of Miranda Lambert, so being able to tour with her and just open a show for her would be amazing. Or Chris Stapleton, he's another big influence on my music. So being able to open for them and collab. But if we're looking at more up-and-coming artists, someone who I think is highly underrated, but would love to work with him is Cameron Marlowe. His voice is just insane, and he's so talented, and that would be a really cool collaboration, I think.
I've got a couple of his songs before he got his big deal, and I was playing him as well, and boy, it's just neat to be seeing these folks for doing this show for 13 years coming this May, and seeing their careers blossom. And going from being an independent artist to getting these big record deals. And Cody Johnson, I'll tell you, is another one. I love playing his stuff. And Lainey Wilson, that song, Things a Man Ought to Know, just really took off for her. And now everybody ought to know about Lainey Wilson. They probably do, huh?
Yeah, she's hard not to know about.
Yeah. She is engaged to be married. And speaking of that family life thing, you are about to be a mom yourself. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, we have a little girl on the way, so I'm hoping she's got some musical talent, and maybe her and I can be, the next Judds.
There you go.
Hopefully she doesn't sing like her daddies.
Yeah, you told me that he's pretty computer tech savvy, so he spends a lot of time doing that. And but I guarantee you he's somebody that supports your career 150%, and so is your dad and your mom.
Absolutely.
We met them at Freedom Jam. They were sitting right behind our table. We connected on social media that very moment, and we've been friends ever since. And when I posted that you were going to be on this program, he's sure sharing it.
Oh, yeah. He's, my dad is both of my parents and my husband have been just huge supporters of mine, and very grateful for everything that they've sacrificed and done to help me get to where I am. And my dad, him and I are kind of a little team, so he gets real excited when, you know, I get big opportunities, or that when he can tour with me. It's a really fun experience for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about something that I love talking about, because I don't have this talent, you do, and that is songwriting. Now, do you go to some of these songwriters rounds in Nashville and hang out with those folks? And if you do, we probably have a lot of friends in common through that too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, when I first moved to town, that was one of my first things I needed to do, was to dive into the songwriting community, because that's just a big part of Nashville. And I would go to every songwriters round I could find and meet who was ever hosting, and listen to the other artists and try to connect with them. And, you know, once you start networking, you find your people and you start writing music, and it gets better and better, and you eventually find like your little group, you know, and you just create the best product with. And a lot of people that I've written with over the years have now become not only just co-writers, but very good friends of mine. And it's a really cool part of the music industry. It's a little different, obviously, than performing live. It's a different way of expressing yourself, and it's been really cool to be a part of that community.
Absolutely. I know one of them, Jan Buckingham, she told me when I interviewed her, she got about 2,000 songs at the time in her library, so she does it all the time, and she's always posting every week, it seems like, about writing a new song and writing a new song, and you know, she said she wants to put one a month out to radio. I'm like, this lady's going to live forever with 2,000 songs in her library. You know? So,
hey, if she's got the money to get in the studio and do it, then by all means.
Do it. How many songs off the top of your head would you just estimate that you have on the back burner that you might want to record one of these days?
Oh, I've got a lot that I want to record. I couldn't even tell you how hundreds of songs.
Hundreds, isn't that amazing?
Hundreds, you know. But we've been working, you know, last year I toured a whole lot, but we also wrote a lot of new music. And, I do have a new song coming out, but we're also still working on the next project. So we're always just creating and always thinking, you know, one step ahead.
That's awesome. I love that. You got to be on top of it, don't you? There's so much talent out there, and I wouldn't say it's competition, because it's friendly competition when you get together and co-write and do these duets like I was talking about earlier with these artists. And, you know, people have found other artists that they've listened to because of this show, and be like reaching out to them and saying, man, I like their style. I love what they do. And you know, and then they end up collaborating. So, you know, we're all here to help each other out in one way or another, because it's all about the music at the end of the day, isn't it?
No, absolutely. And that's the thing, is that just because your fans are fans of you doesn't mean they can't be fans of somebody else, and vice versa, you know. You kind of share fans and cross over, and that's what's really cool about the music industry, is that there's enough to go around.
Yes, absolutely.
I love a bunch of different artists. I don't listen to just one artist.
Me either, man. I can't just get stuck on just one person. I mean, you pop out when you hit me up. I'm like, okay, I know this lady, you know, and we've actually met, and I know you're good, but and can't wait to talk to you. But yeah, I just, it's hard to pick favorites, man. And programming this show, doing that show I'm doing right now, Triple Play Thursday, it's hard to pick 3 good songs, you know, which are my favorites, you know. I really struggle with it. But you were mentioning something a second ago, and I've even said this on the radio too. When you do these collaborations with some of these other artists, you get to share in their social media pool. If there's somebody that has 150,000 followers on Facebook and you do a co-write with them, that song's going out on their social media as well, so you benefit from it and you get new fans and followers from it.
Absolutely. You know, there have been many a times that I've written songs with friends, and either I've released them or they've released them, and we try to, you know, do that crossover, and we do like live streams, you know, to like talk about the song. And we always say, hey, make sure you're following so-and-so, and if you're a fan of mine or if you're a fan of theirs, make sure you're following me. And, you know, and just trying to, you know, push each other to the top and be there for each other, and then also be there for each other when, you know, you have your downfalls or whatever it may be. And it's good to surround yourself with the right kinds of people that believe in what you're doing and that you can believe in what they're doing.
Speaking of that and your downfall, this is something I've never asked somebody, but if you're struggling and you have this thing called writer's block, you probably have a couple of go-to people that you can reach out to, don't you, and say, hey, I'm struggling with this last verse, or, you know, maybe even the title of this song. I've seen titles of songs even get switched around before it's all said and done.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely have a few people that I will hit up. You know, I'll text them real quick, and I'm like, hey, I've got this idea. Can you help me finish it? And, you know, they've done that with me as well. And I even sometimes do that with my dad. So my dad's, he's written some songs with me, and he's always great at, like, coming up with stuff. And he'll call me all the time. He's like, I got a song idea.
Isn't that cool?
I love it. I love it. Now, don't ask him to sing. Yeah. But he can write.
Yep. That's awesome. And I love that. You know, there's nothing better than that family relationship and you guys being that close to be able to share that, you know, and then you just sit back and watch, because a song that, you know, you may think is going to do really well, maybe didn't really take off, but then another one that you're like, you know, Dad wrote, it's like going crazy.
Right, yeah, well, that's kind of like my song, Praying to the Whiskey. It's a very, like, unique style or unique concept, and it's probably been one of, you know, a favorite amongst my fans, and it's one that I wrote with my dad, and it was just something that we thought would be fun to write. And when I moved to Nashville, it was one that I was kind of known for, and I was like, I think we might have to record this.
Yep, one of the very first ones I've been playing since I knew you, and it's I still love that song. Jesus in Jail is another one. We're going to play it second on the triple play tonight, but your brand new one is called Old Fashioned You. Tell us the story behind this one.
Yeah, so this was such a fun one to write. I wrote this with Crystal King, who is also the co-writer on my last single, Jesus in Jail. I had this song idea about, you know, writing a song comparing the different types of men we've dated to different types of drinks. So, you know, when you think about it, a lot of people have, like, their signature drink, and then there's typically a type of, like, personality that kind of goes with it, you know? And we kind of wrote it pretty quickly and probably based on, you know, past experiences and whatnot. But, you know, it's just a fun one. It's high energy. And I think the fans are really going to love it. It's going to have people dancing.
Pour me an old fashioned right now, will ya?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no better kind of drink than an old fashioned, right?
I love it. You and my good friend Crystal King, you brought her up. Man, I've had her on the program several times. She's fantastic. She's a great artist too. And she's also a radio personality. She's on Jimmy Buffett's channel on Sirius XM on the weekends. She is awesome.
Yeah, she's become a very great friend of mine. We write together, we hang out together all the time. That's one of those relationships that started out as, hey, let's, you know, collab together, and then we just kind of clicked and we hit it off. And she's definitely a go-to writer for me when I have an idea, and I'm like, I think Crystal could really help me finish this, and vice versa. So
that is amazing. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there, man. Isn't it a big world out there and so much talent, but everybody kind of knows everybody in this independent artist community? And, and it's just a blessing when they're willing to help you out and you become good friends. I mean, you guys probably got that almost like sister relationship now, doing stuff like you're doing. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love hearing that. We're going to play Old Fashioned You from Taylor Hughes. Then we're going to come back and talk some more. And we'll find out about Jesus in Jail. And then the third song called High on Something. I wonder what that's about. On the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Triple Play Thursday.
Gentleman Jack cleans up real nice, but he had a temper cold as ice. Sex on the beach, yeah, that one was fun. He had me thinking he was the one. PBR didn't get me too far. He's still drinking in college bars. Jaeger bomb came on too strong. Said he loved me by the end of the song. None of them got me buzzed like you
fashion Once or twice I tried to give you up. I sailed the 7 seas with a bottle of rum. After a night of solid lime, I woke up to a tequila sunrise. None of them got me buzzing like you do. Something about your love that goes down smooth. Tasted it all, but I always come back to old-fashioned you.
Her name is Taylor Hughes. That is her brand new single out to radio. It is called Old Fashioned You. You just heard the story behind it, and man, that is good stuff. Great song and so well done. I love hearing you sing.
Thank you so much. It was a really fun song to not only write, but get in the studio and record.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, you're great in the studio, and you're great live. I've got to see you live at Freedom Jam, and man, the folks are in for a treat when they see Taylor Hughes in a live show. That is for sure.
Well, I appreciate that. That's my favorite part about what I do is performing live. I love, the energy that I can get from a crowd and being able to sing songs along with them and getting to meet them and hear their stories and how they connect with the lyrics.
That's what I love about the independent artists, too, is that they spend that time and they get to meet those folks. And we were talking before we got on the air that, maybe you need to get some CDs or something like that, because I know, like, my truck doesn't play CDs or whatever, but those are still popular, and when you actually... Yeah. You get one signed for you or sent to you like I do all the time. I put it right over here in my trophy case, and I love when the artists send that because it's just showing their appreciation. So when you do that and you sign something for somebody, man, they have that for years, and they don't ever forget it, do they?
They don't, and the fans are, a big part of why I do what I do, and I think for most artists it's that, we wouldn't be able to do this without country music fans and their love of that genre, and I have a lot of fans that have just been following me for years and years that have actually become like family. So they're very important to me.
We were talking about the youngest that I've interviewed that I can remember is my young Brooklyn Summer, my friend that there in Nashville when she was 10 years old. I bet you have had young ladies like that want to do what you're doing and say, I want to be Taylor Hughes one of these days. And I'll tell you what, one thing is that you rock is a hat. When you wear a hat and you just got that whole persona going on, man, you look good in those hats that you wear. My wife's the same way. She loves wearing those too. Yeah.
Yeah, my mom, I get it from my mama. She loves a good hat too, and I can't stop buying them. And my husband's like, do you need another one? I'm like, you can never have enough hats.
Right?
All right? They're kind of like boots. You can never have enough boots.
So I've just known this for a long time, and it just happened the other day. I get an email from this young lady who's still in high school. She's 18 years young, and we just booked a radio interview. Her name is Kendall Walker, and you're going to hear her on this program as well coming up real soon. But I just know that there's some little girl out there, 5, 7, 8 years old, that, if you stay in this thing long enough, I'm going to be having her on the program just like I've had you on tonight again.
Absolutely.
It is the dream, isn't it, for a lot of folks, to be a star in the world of country music, and you are that, my friend.
Hey, well, I'm trying. You got to love it to be in it as long as I have, and I have no plans of stopping.
There you go. And that's what I just read. I popped back on your website. Taylor Hughes is making waves in country and has no plans of stopping. So that is good stuff. Where can folks find Taylor Hughes on social media? I'll let you tell your website and all of that too.
Yeah, you guys can find me at TaylorHughesMusic.com. My full tour schedule stays up to date on there. My merch store, there's music. You can also find all my social medias up in the right-hand corner. But you all can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Taylor Hughes Music. I am on TikTok. I believe it's Taylor Hughes Official. And then I am on Twitter or X, whichever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Tay Hughes Music. But my two most used ones are definitely Instagram and Facebook. But I'm old school, you know?
Yeah.
And then if you guys are looking for my music, I'm on all streaming platforms. It's just Taylor Hughes.
Okay, awesome. I've been seeing you a lot on TikTok, and in fact, my daughter turned me on to the fact that I should start doing my show live over there. So at Tim Kelly on Air, we're live on TikTok when we're doing the shows, and they can get to see this face for radio, but they're getting to hear some great music and great interviews with Taylor Hughes tonight as well. So,
I love that. You know, you got to utilize all the socials.
Yep. Well, you never know who's out there listening in that big format. I mean, it's got some crazy good algorithms. And, you know, I had an artist come in the other day that I thought I knew the name, and we'd turned out been friends on Facebook, but we hadn't talked in well over a year. And he got some new music, and he hit me up on my TikTok Live the other night. We ended up booking an interview, and it just aired last week with Terry Mackner. So, yeah.
I love that. Well, you know, it's funny how crazy social media, like, it's so big and it can connect you with so many people. I remember playing a show here in Nashville, and this young girl, she was probably 15, she came up to me during my break, and she was like, "Are you the Good Taste girl?" which was my debut single. And I was like, "I am." And she was like, "I found you on TikTok." She was like, "I love your music." And I've never seen this girl before, never met her.
Wow.
And it was just so cool that, like, and she's not from the area. Her family they were just traveling through. I think they were from Georgia. And it was really cool to, like, be able to meet a fan that way. And it, you know, social media, it kind of sucks that we have to deal with so many of them, but it's also really cool that it can connect us with people from around the world.
Yeah, and I love that. You know, she's definitely got good taste if she's a fan of yours, that's for sure.
Well, I'm glad you think that.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Jesus in Jail, that's another interesting song we're going to play. Tell us the story behind it.
Yeah, so this is another one that I wrote with Crystal King, and it was another idea that I had brought to her. I think I was just kind of like on social media or on Pinterest, and I was looking at just music quotes and things like that, and I saw something that said, "I live like Johnny Cash, somewhere between Jesus and jail," and I was like, that's a song. There's a song in there. And I'm a huge Johnny Cash fan. I have a guitar named after Johnny Cash. My new puppy is named after Johnny Cash. So, like, it was only appropriate that I had something that was somewhat inspired by him.
Yeah.
But this song came together really quick, too. You know, I had a verse, and I brought it into her, and we wrote it back in 2019, I think. So it's been a little while. We held on to it for a little bit. And it's just kind of a, you know, as you've heard, if I can talk, I'm over here getting tongue-tied. It's just a high-energy, kind of in-your-face, gritty song that's essentially like a country outlaw anthem for the women, you know, because we have lots of outlaw men in country music, and some of us women have a little outlaw in us, and I thought it was about time that we had our own anthem, and it's definitely spoken to, I think, a lot of women, and even men out there. You know, my fans have been loving that one, too, and it's one that I get requests for all the time. It's been played all over the world, which is a huge blessing, and it won Song of the Year back in Kentucky last year, which was really cool for me and Crystal. So, yeah, it's just a fun, you know, edgy, kind of in-your-face song.
There you go. I love it. You know, their legacy stands the test of time to this day. I just interviewed last year Jordan Rayner, who was on season number 24 of NBC's The Voice on Reba's team. She dresses like Johnny Cash, wears the black hat, the black shades, the whole thing, and is even called the Woman in Black. And so, yeah, they're, you know, as a female, you know, their legacy means so much to the females as well. So you never know who you're impacting, and we talk about these young ladies, but you're probably doing the same for some of these young men trying to make it in country music as well.
Yeah, you know, I think we can get inspired from anybody. You know, it's like I said, Chris Stapleton's a huge influence on my music and my style vocally. So it's just, it's whatever kind of good music you're drawn to.
Yeah, absolutely. The third one that's going to kick off the top of the next hour is called High on Something. I've played this a few times too. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, so this one's a little different from previous releases. It is a love song, which is not typically what I go for. I hate writing cheesy stuff, so I'm always like, if we're doing a love song, it can't be cheesy. So when I was writing this song with Stephanie Joyce, we definitely wanted to make sure it had that Taylor Hughes stamp on it, and we actually, tried to get a lot of inspiration from Chris Stapleton and the way that he delivers a song. And it's about a love that's, it's not a new love. It's one that's lasted for a long time and just gets better and better. And you can't necessarily put your finger on it, but there's just something about that relationship and that special person that gets you high on life, essentially.
I love it. That's when my highest on life is when I get to do this and talk to folks like you. It is super fun having you on the program again tonight, and let's do it again. And you've currently been on a radio tour with this brand new song, and that's going great, and thanks for including me in it.
Absolutely. I am just so appreciative of your support and so glad to have this song on your show and glad that you're playing all my music.
You are welcome.
Fans love it too.
You betcha they do. And you're getting ready to go to Florida and show the folks over there a live show and what that's like. So if you have the alligator over there, go right ahead. It tastes like chicken. I've had it. It's great.
Which is so true. It does taste like chicken.
That's right. Well, thanks for being on the program again, Taylor Hughes, and keep doing your thing, and we'll keep playing your music. That is for sure.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. This is called Jesus in Jail with Taylor Hughes on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Triple Play Thursday.
Came rolling into that church pew like a cloud of smoke. I was out all damn night doing God only knows. Never even made it home. Where last night's hair in a second coat of that carbon black mascara. Lord bless my soul. I'm guilty as charged. Never claimed to be a saint. My heart's a little lost, so I came here today to bow my head, make the cross, sending up my one phone call. Hope the Lord will pay my bill, 'cause hell, I'm somewhere between Jesus and jail. If I take an extra sip of that communion wine, the Holy Ghost might save my sins or kill this hangover of mine. My rowdy ways have flashed a few blue lights. Come judgment day, gonna need an alibi. I'm guilty as charged, never claimed to be a saint. My heart's a little lost, so I came here today to bow my head, make the cross, sending up my one phone call. Hope the Lord will pay my bill, 'cause hell, I'm somewhere between Jesus and jail. Jesus and jail. I'm a repeat offender, a good old-fashioned sinner. So Lord, I surrender. I'm guilty as charged, never claimed to be a saint. My heart's a little lost, so I came here today to bow my head, make the cross, sending up my word phone call. Oh, the Lord will pay my bill, swing. Jesus in jail. Jesus in jail. Jesus in jail. I'm somewhere between Jesus in jail.
The best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Like a rush of blood to your head with the first hit of nicotine. Like an 88 Chevy burning up a tank of gasoline. Like a quick fix from a fifth when you tip it on back. A type of buzz that comes and goes, it don't ever last. But with you, I ain't coming down. No crash and burn. Ain't looking for an easy way out. And it ain't a drunk, it ain't a drug. Whatever it is, it's more than enough. And I don't know much, but I know one thing. You got me high on something. Like the worn-in leather on an old pair of boots. Like the lazy stretch of a long June afternoon. Like a 10-year bottle of bourbon. Takes time, but damn, it's worth it. Slow to build the fire, but that's what keeps it burning. 'Cause with you, I ain't coming down. No crash and burn. Ain't looking for an easy way out. And it ain't a drunk, it ain't a drug. Whatever it is, it's more than enough. And I don't know much, but I know one thing. You got me high on something. You got me high on something. 'Cause with you, I ain't coming down. No crash and burn. Ain't looking for an easy way out. And it ain't a drunk, it ain't a drug. Whatever it is, it's more than enough. And I don't know much. No, I don't know much, but I know one thing. You got me high on something. You got me high on something. Ooh, you got me high on something.
She is my good friend Taylor Hughes from Nashville, Tennessee, and what a great radio interview that was. It is already in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives. If you're missing it and you're just now tuning into the live show, you can go back and check it out, and that is at the top of the homepage of my website at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. Thank you, Miss Taylor Hughes, for being on the program. I appreciate your time, and we had a good time hanging out. She laughed as much as I did, and we always have fun when we get together. And go see her are in a live show. I've had the privilege to do that when I hosted Freedom Jam USA. She is fantastic. We've got another fantastic hour right ahead of us, and this next artist that we're going to kick off the show with is going to be a special guest this summer on July the 10th on another Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. His name is Jason Price, kicking off hour number 3 with a song called I Just Love You and I on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Here we are alone together on a Friday night. You go get the glasses and baby I'll pour the wine. We ain't had a night like this in a while. And I was thinking that maybe we could dance across the moonlight shining on our kitchen floor. If it goes well then we two-step right through the bedroom door. We'll be dropping laundry till it's just you and I wearing smiles. And then honey, I was thinking that maybe we'll turn out the lights, do whatever we feel is right. Come on baby, just for tonight. Honey, I just love you and I. Bend a couple spoons in a little tub of Haagen-Dazs. Check out whatever Netflix wants to recommend for us. With any luck, neither of us will know how it ends. And then maybe we could start again. Maybe we'll turn out the lights. We'll do whatever we feel is right. Come on, baby, just for tonight. Honey, I just love you and I. Turn out the lights. Do whatever we feel is right. Come on, baby, just for tonight. Honey, I just love you and I. Love you and I just love you and I.
Song number 2.
Imagine George begging for our votes. For he stopped loving her today. Or swinging doors, being submitted to some contest in LA. They just love the music, not bad lights and those thumbs up. And you could feel the goosebumps arising when old George say, step right up. That's when music was enough. 6 years old, up on the stage, and he's trying to be brave. His palms are sweating beside his classmates. And then he sees his mom and waves. She just loves his
just music. It's not about lights and those thumbs up. And she can feel her heart start racing, 'cause a solo is coming up. That's when music was enough. And though the times change, well, we're all still the same. The music's still one place we can turn to, whether it's to celebrate or to cry through the pain. You just might have an angel singing with you. If it's all about the music, not about lights and those thumbs up, then you feel your heart start racing when your solo is coming up. That's when music is enough. Take me back. All those songs. Like I had choices. Hello, darling. Kiss an angel, good morning. Don't it make my brown eyes blue? Blue eyes crying in the rain. Wichita lineman, the man in black, silver wings, Sunday morning coming down. Amen.
Oh my goodness, what memories those song titles bring back when you just mention a few of those. We talked about that in the interview tonight with Brian Pataluna, and we're going to talk about it probably in the interview that we're going to do with Jason Price. That is coming up July the 10th on another Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. Be sure to tune in for that one and check out my full live interview schedule that is filling up very fast. I'm almost into fall right now, but it is at the bottom of the homepage of KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. I'm going to add a couple of more to it later on tonight, early tomorrow morning. I've got Mike Carlisle's going to be on the program, and he's live with us right now on TikTok over here at Tim Kelly on Air. And then how about Barbara Fairchild? She's a legend in the world of country music. She lives right here in Branson, and we're going to book her in the month of August as well. So be sure to tune into all of those interviews. You don't want to miss them, but if you do, they land in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives on my website as well. The third song in the Triple Play for Jason Price is a great one. It is called 24/6 on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, and on the air 24/7 on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com.
Most nights I sit here alone, my favorite stool, drinking straight Patron. It's better than being home alone, or so they tell me. A lady out for a little fun locked eyes with me, and I didn't run. She sat next to me and asked, so what's your story? And I told her, I've been in love till death did us part, and that just doesn't break your heart. It kills a piece. For that, there ain't no cure. She gave a girl and boy to me. I had a rich man's family, and I'd give every piece, everything I own, to have her back with me. So before you ask
ask me for a dance in the hopes of finding some romance, and we find ourselves just a few years down the road. There's a piece of her that lives in me, and that's just the way it'll always be. So if you accept that just the way it is, I could love you 24/6. She didn't run, so I rambled on. I must have talked through 7 songs about all the things we used to do when she was here. Like on Sundays we'd go for our walks after church to our favorite spot, and I still go there and pray. I feel her dancing around me. So before you ask me for a dance in the hopes of finding some romance, and we find ourselves just a few years down the road, there's a piece of her that lives in me. It's just the way it'll always be. So if you accept that just the way it is, I could love you 24/6. I know she's not here, but there's times I swear where I can feel her right beside me. So before you ask me for a dance in the hopes of finding some romance, and we find ourselves just a few years down the road, there's a piece of her that lives in me. That's just the way it'll always be. So if you accept that just the way it is, if you accept that just the way it is, I could love you 24/6.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play. This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music.
I like the DJs. There's even more to like.
I like everything about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
Initials carved in that red oak tree, planted 15 years ago. Behind that stained brown wooden porch, in the back of our new home. Thought I'd seen most everything, but it had the best view, where the family had spent watching, growing from the roots. Steps up our little one, barbecues with strings of lights, ice cream cake melting in the sun, faded orange tattered coal maintained vacation in the yard, well, the stories that could tell you if that red oak tree could talk. backside tats on Sunday, paw prints in the snow. For my favorite long-haired dachshund we lost 2 years ago. Tempers grew a little hot, family tips and tugs of woe. Like broken lambs we grew back, stronger than we were before. It's seen sultry sun-baked August nights, first steps up our little one. Barbecues with strings of lights, ice cream cake melting in the sun. Faded orange, tattered coal man tape, vacation in the yard. The stories it could tell you if that red oak tree could talk. It's heard me count my blessings, heard me cuss and heard me pray. It watched the family gather the day Mama passed away. You see me put together, you see me fall apart. The stories it could tell you if that red oak tree could talk. How I'd like to take a seat to plan in my new house. I bet that it would like to see the way the rest of this turns out. But I'll gladly leave it with you and your precious family. Every memory you will make, that red oak is gonna see.
Song number 2.
Well, for some reason, it booted that song out of there. Let's see if I can load another one real quick for Cherise Carver. But in the meantime, we'll play her current single out to radio. It is called When I Was 16. Remember those days, ladies and gentlemen? On the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on this Triple Play Thursday.
Black mascara down your face, coming home from school a little late. You said, Mom, you just can't understand. It's been too long. Just listen to me, we're not that different. Let me tell you my rendition. When I was 16, all that I cared about was if the boy I liked would ask me out. Getting ready for the high school prom, we weren't copying TikTok dances, we were making our own. There were the mean girls, there were the mean boys, there were the good days and bad. When I was 16, when I was 16. Black mascara down my face, coming home from school a little late. I didn't make the team that all my friends were on. We didn't have phones or social platforms. They started rumors, they called me bad names. Fights we had were face to face. When I was 16, all that I cared about was if the boy I liked would ask me out. Getting ready for the high school prom, we weren't copying TikTok dances, we were making our own. There were the mean girls, there were the mean boys, there were the good days and bad. When I was 16. back and say, 16, all that I cared about was if the boy I liked would ask me. Getting ready for the high school prom, we were copying TikTok dances, we were making our own. There were the mean girls, there were the mean boys, there were the good days and bad. When I was 16, black mascara down my face, coming home from school a little late. When I was 16.
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
Outward smiles, inward screams. Love used to flow so easy. Now we're swimming upstream.
Let's flash back to the beginning, 'cause it was easy at the start. Let's go head to head, get back to heart to heart.
It ain't 50-50, it ain't me versus you. Love's a special kind of thing, we're only all in will do. Let's work this out over open minds and red wine. Gotta get this right, 'cause we're running out of next times.
With headstrong hearts and heart-strong heads, miss those tender loving moments, wrapped up with you in bed.
Let's take our turns, putting one another first, and be in it to win it, 'cause we've gotten through the worst.
It ain't 50-50, it ain't me versus you. Love's a special kind of thing, we're only all in will do. Let's work this out over open minds and red wine. Gotta get this right, 'cause we're running out of next time.
It ain't 50-50, it ain't me versus you. Love's a special kind of thing, we're only all in will do. Let's work this out over open minds and red wine. Gotta get this right, 'cause we're running out of next times. Yeah, we're running out of next times. Yeah, we're running.
Yeah, we're running.
We're running out of next times.
Hello, this is old Webb Dalton. You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing the best new country.
Out here in Oklahoma, the stars are shining bright, but they don't hold a candle to the love that's out of sight. Girl, I'm counting down the days till I'm back in your arms, where my heart wants to stay. Oh, I'm looking up at this smoky three-quarter moon, praying you're stargazing wishing I was home soon. Every twinkle in the sky's a whisper of your name. In this wide open space, girl, it just ain't the same. I miss your laugh, your touch, the way you make me feel. So I'll keep on dreaming till I'm back in Ohio for real. The crickets are singing, but they can't tune my heart. It's a melody of missing you, tearing me apart. Saturday night's coming, I'll be on that road. With every mile I drive, it's you I'll be holding close. Oh, I'm looking up at this smoky three-quarter moon, praying you're stargazing, wishing I was home soon. Every twinkle in the sky's a whisper of your name. In this wide open space, girl, it just ain't the same. I miss your laugh, your touch, the way you make me feel. So I'll keep on dreaming till I'm back in Ohio for real. Just a few more sunsets, a few more stars to shine. I'll be wrapped in your arms, girl, forever be mine. So until I'm with you, I'll keep looking above, knowing this smoky moon is watching over our love. Oh, I'm looking up at this smoky three-quarter moon, praying you're stargazing, wishing I was home soon. Every twinkle in the sky's a whisper of your name. In this wide open space, girl, it just ain't the same. I miss your laugh, your touch, the way you make me feel. So I'll keep on dreaming till I'm back in Ohio for real. Yeah, I'll keep on dreaming till I'm back in Ohio for real. With you in my arms, that's the only thing I feel. Stars above guide me through the night. In the silence, your memory feels so right. Count the moments like fireflies in flight, waiting for the dawn till you're back in my
Number 2.
This life found me, this life got me. Cocaine numb in the driver's seat, rolling through Memphis at 2:30 feet. Still got miles ahead and mouths to feed. Sun coming up, sun going down. It's all the same, just different town. Yeah, I've always been a pedal to the floor, roughneck and wild like my family before. With a bottle, with the throttle on a 6-day run. Fast lane living, trying to outrun the sun. Fifty's creeping up too fast. Gotta slow it down and just relax. Hit the church for some good book teaching. Y'all know I need it. Uncle was a preacher man trying to live right. Might take a look back at his life. They say the apple don't fall far from the tree, but man, that gospel missed Cody and me. I say the oil don't leak far from the truck. Keep pressing my luck. Gonna hand this life down one it on up to heaven's dock. Make a little thunder as I shift her down. See if St. Pete wants to take a sip. It's just a heavenly hammer lane. Heavenly hammer lane. Yeah, still blowing doors off. I'm cocaine numb in the driver's seat, rolling through Memphis at 1:30 feet. Still got miles ahead and mouths to feed. Sun coming up, sun going down. It's all the same, just different town. They say the apple don't fall far from the tree, but man, that gospel miss Cody and me. I say the oil don't leak far from the truck. Keep pressing my luck, gonna hand this life down one day. Hell no, I'ma hammer it down till my time comes. Back it on up to heaven's dock. Make a little thunder as I shift her down. It's just a heavenly hammer lane. Heavenly hammer lane. Yeah, still blowing doors off. They call me J.
His name is Boss Stone. That is called In It for the Long Haul. You guys are in it for the long haul tonight, hanging out with me on a 3-hour night of great country music and interviews. And before that, a great tune called Stargazing from Boss Stone. One more for Boss Stone to complete his triple play is called Keep Me in the Country. I think I can do that on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's best on this triple play Thursday.
Blacked out, jacked up, burnout, souped up, rolling down 41 with the windows up. 10 minutes early, hard racing on a first day. Turn the music down, can't let it escalate. She's waiting outside with some sweet tea, short skirt, tank top, looking radiant and free. A little too fancy for the Dairy Queen, but I love her style. It's a perfect scene. Keep me in the country, don't head to town. Take me down a dirt road, let's watch the sun go down. Let me hear the crickets sing and the dogs bark. Take me to a swimming hole, we'll dive in after dark. Whatever you do, boy, keep me in the country. 12 years later, she's still holding tight. Couple kids and a bloodhound by our side at night. Couldn't picture life in any other way. I thank the stars for that fateful day. Keep me in the country, don't head to town. Take me down a dirt road, let's watch the sun go down. Let me hear the crickets sing and the dogs bark. Take me to a swimming hole, we'll dive in after dark. Whatever you do, boy, keep me in the country. So here we are on this winding road, with laughter and love in this little boat. Through every season, I'm so glad she chose to keep me in the country where love ever grows.
Party till we drop.
It's always a party.
Just partying it up. Your country party is here all summer.
It's summertime.
And crank up the AC, because things are heating up.
No, seriously, turn up the AC or the shirt's coming off. You don't want to see this dad bod.
Turning up the summer country right now.
Every single summer I wonder
summertime station is Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Making small talk, trying not to say the wrong thing. Dancing to a Dirk song. Didn't take long, strangers turned to lovers in a blink. Ooh, most of the year I'm fine without you. But every single summer I still think about how we used to ride around town in your hand-me-down Ford. Parking by the water, start floating like bobbers until the sun kissed the shore. It was you and me, living bigger than we could afford, sitting in a sycamore tree. Every single summer I wonder if you think about me. Red lips on a Coke can, caught myself falling for your farmer's tan. Still ain't found a better sunset yet. Ever since you left, I've been trying, but I can't. Every single summer, I still think about how we used to ride around town in your hand-me-down Ford. Parking by the water, start floating like bobbers until the sun kissed the shore. It was you and me, living bigger than we could afford, sitting in a sycamore tree. Every single summer I wonder if you think about me, and you're teasing your red dirt road, slow kissing you in the bonfire glow. Do you wish you were there? Are you wondering where did it go? Where did it go? Every single summer I still think about how we used to ride around town in your hand-me-down Ford. Parking by the water, start floating like bobbers until the sun kissed the shore. It was you and me, living bigger than we could afford, sitting in a sycamore tree. Every single summer I wonder if you think about me. If you got a floorboard that needs 2 feet, a voice is calling shotgun, a hand right there to reach across the center console and hold on to your knee. Well, I know a girl. If you got a stretch of beach somewhere in Carolina that needs pink painted toes on a towel I'll bathe beside you while the whole world in the sunset all goes flying by you. I know a girl. I know a girl. I know a girl who's asleep about you. I know a girl can hardly breathe around her. She ain't halfway across the country. Now she's closer than you think. If you want someone who wants to give you everything, I know a girl. If you got a house at the end of some street full of crazy family who needs someone to meet, so your mom can tell her friends, oh, you love her, she's so sweet. I know a girl. I know a girl. I know a girl who's asleep about you. I know a girl can hardly breathe around her. She ain't halfway across the country. Now she's closer than you think. If you want someone who wants to give you everything, I know a girl. that still needs a kiss. If you got a heart that needs someone to miss. I know a girl who loses sleep about you. No girl can hardly breathe around her. She ain't halfway across the country. Now she's closer than you think. If you want someone who wants to give you everything. I know a girl if you're looking for forever. No girl, ain't nobody knows you better. She ain't halfway across the country. Now she's closer than you think. If you want someone who wants to give you everything. I know a girl. Hey, I know a girl. I know a girl. I know a girl.
I know a girl who can sing. Her name is Marin Taylor, and that is called I Know a Girl. They shot the video to that in a bowling alley, too. It's pretty cool. You can check it out on YouTube. And then before that, a great tune called Every Single Summer. I'm already busting out the summertime liners and the summertime songs. Marin Taylor is fantastic, and she is signed to Black River Entertainment. That is a great independent record label. And Kelsey Ballerini is on that label, and also Chris Young. Those are the bigger names on the label, but they are both independent artists as well. I love that. Make You Mine is the third song in the triple play for Marin Taylor on KICR Indie Country Radio and the Tim Kelly Show on this triple play Thursday.
Make me a sign now, ride around in a one-horse town, while the wind blows out the window with the radio loud. Make me a porch light, I never ever wanna say goodbye. Yeah, I'll be your lightning and thunder every one of your summer nights. Don't you dare take your time. Make me wanna melt to your hands. Make me wanna change all my plans. Make me wanna take all night. Make me wanna make you mine. Make me wanna drive too fast. Make me wanna never look back. When I look into your eyes, make me wanna make you mine. If you want my heart, I'll tell you right where to start. Kiss me slow for no reason. Show me that you're never leaving. If you're feeling what I'm feeling, make me wanna melt to your hands. Make me wanna change all my plans. Make me wanna take all night. Make me wanna make you mine. Make me wanna drive too fast. Make me wanna never look back. When I look into your eyes, make me wanna make you make me wanna make you, make you, make me wanna make you mine. Make me wanna make you, make you, make me wanna make you mine. Make me wanna melt to your hands. Make me wanna change all my plans. Make me wanna take all night. Make me wanna make you mine. Make me wanna drive too fast. Make me wanna never look back. When I look into your eyes, make me wanna make you mine. Ooh, make me wanna make you mine. Make me wanna make you mine.
Once again, her name is Marin Taylor, and that is a great tune called Make You Mine. Thanks for hanging out with me this last 3 hours on the Tim Kelly Show on this Triple Play Thursday, and I want to give a big thank you to my special guest, Brian Pataluna and Taylor Hughes, for being on the program tonight. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time, I will be back live on the radio. We'll call it New Music Friday, and we'll have lots of new music for you and a couple of great radio interviews. Josh Moody, the son of Robert Moody, who we unfortunately unfortunately lost in the world of country radio and a great radio man up in Canada. I'm on his station, Tailgate Country Radio. We're going to talk about his dad's legacy tomorrow, and then a replay of a great interview I did with Don Ricks. That will be on the program tomorrow night as well. Be sure to tune in right here on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. The Tim Kelly Show is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like the Tim Kelly Show on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on. Oh, I'll see you on the radio. I'm young, I'm old, I'm country, I'm rock and roll. So turn me on and turn it